Alright, so I think Lantern's probably going to be playing Zoo. I'm going to play this. I kind of threw a new version of this deck together. I want to try it out. Seems like a good opportunity to do it. So, yeah. I ended up with a 2 on my roll, so I'll see if that'll get me anywhere. He gets an 18. I have a decent hand here. I got a Noble Hierarch into a Smiter, and I got a couple Wiltleaf Lieges and a Linvala. Looks like he had a mulligan down to 5, but I will definitely keep my hand. I can get this Noble Hierarch out on turn 1. Smiter. If I get another land, I can go for Linvala or Wiltleaf Liege. All these guys are going to be bigger than his threats for the most part, so he's going with the turn 1 Curd Ape. I don't really want to be paying life with this deck, so I'm glad I just kind of drew this Razorverge Thicket. That'll be easier. Of course, that's a land of taps for white or green, and if you control 2 or fewer other lands when it enters the battlefield, it enters the play. Or I'm sorry, if you control basically, if it's your 3rd land or your 1st or your 2nd, it'll come to the battlefield untapped. Looks like Lantern's fetching for a Stomping Ground with the Verdant Catacombs. It can search for a swamp or forest, Stomping Ground being a forest and a mountain. It's one of the reasons why there's such a flexible mana base in this format. He's dropping the Goblin Guide as well, so he's got 4 damage coming at me. The top card of my library is a Scavenging Ooze. Not really what I wanted, but it will gain me some life. I'm going to go down to 16. And then my Smiter should be able to hold him off next turn. And I'm going to play that with a Ghost Quarter. Again, I don't want to pay life for that, so it seems a little bit better. I'm guessing the double Wilt Leaf will probably put him back quite a bit as well. It's a pretty fast clock. He gave himself a life with the Horizon Canopy instead of taking a life. He's got his own Loxodon Smiter. Decided not to swing into my guys, which seems like a good play. I'm not seeing any creatures with activated abilities, so I think I just want to jam down my lieges here. I'm not sure if I really want to swing with Smiter. He'd have to block a 2 of his guys. A 2 for 1's pretty good against that deck, and I do have another Liege in hand anyway, so yeah, let's do it. If he does swing next turn, I think I'm just going to soak it. Because playing that second Liege is going to put me in a position where, well, let's see here. He is swinging with the team, so I'm guessing he's either got a Lightning Bolt or that creature that'll give him +4/+4 in trample. Can't remember what it's called. It's from one of the more recent sets. You can Blood Rush it, though. So that would be 12 damage. He's got 8 damage. he could potentially have a lightning bolt and that other guy, and that would kill me this turn. So let's reveal the top card. It's a Noble Hierarch. I had to reveal that for Goblin Guide. Still thinking. I think I want to block this guy. The Goblin Guide's a little easier to deal with. He might have another guy to remove my Wilt Leaf, but that'll still be a 2-for-1. There's that Noble Hierarch. Now the question is, do I really want to I think what I want to do is maybe play the Scavenging Ooze. I can play Hierarch and Scavenging Ooze. Yeah. So I'll play the Hierarch. Loxodon will be swinging for 8. That'll be lethal. He will have to block. I don't think he realized that he had to do that, so now this turn I'll drop Scavenging Ooze, which is already going to be a 3/3 because of the liege here. Yeah, I do want to force this. Top card to Spellskite. He's going to Lightning Helix the Liege. Or, I'm sorry, the Ooze. But that looked like that was game anyway for him. So, alright, we're going into game 2. I'm bringing in the Engineer Explosives. Kitchen Fink seems pretty good against him. So does Worship, actually. I'm going to bring Worship in for this. Spellskite is alright. He's not great, but he's not doing any damage. He is going to be able to block. Scavenging Ooze is gaining some life. That's good. Pride Mage is pretty much useless here, so we'll get rid of him. Is there anything else that's bad? I guess Thalia is not great. She's not going to do much to block most of his guys. I'll take out Rancor as well. I don't think I need to worry about Trample here. Most of my guys will be bigger. And it's something that'll blow up to Engineer Explosives set to 1, which is probably what I'm going to be doing with it. Looks like Landon forgot to set it so spectators could chat in here. Not really a great start. I do have removal. I could possibly get 2 Smiter in Linvala. I got 3 turns to draw a land, 4 turns to draw 2, so not great odds, but not terrible either. And I'm still going to start off with Temple Garden tapped. I got nothing to play on turn 1, so it beats paying 2 life for it down the road. He's going to fetch for Stomping Ground with the Arid Mesa. That'll put him down to... Oh, he's going for something else. Yeah, I'll still put him down to 15 though. He's playing Tarmogoyf. That'll be a 1/2. That will evolve Experiment 1. Kind of wish I had another 2-drop. I'd like to try and draw something out for the Leonin Arbiter. I think next turn would be more fun to cast Leonin Arbiter and Path to Exile. Yep. That'll get his Tarmogoyf bigger. It's going to take me down to 13. Alright, he decides to fetch for a Stomping Ground and put into play untapped. Well, let's see if Smiter can stick. Well, at least I know I'm definitely getting to my next land drop. And that'll put me down to 7. Looks like he's getting flooded out a little bit this game. I'm seeing a lot more lands and creatures, which is pretty uncommon for this deck. I'm going to do a critical point in my health total as well. So I'm glad I just drew another land. Now I can even Mind Sensor and Path to Exile without let's see here. I mean, these guys are bigger. I could drop a Smiter and still Path, but then he'd still get to search out a land. But you know what? Like, that's all right. This deck can have all the land that he wants. Yeah, he's definitely flooding out. Block the Tarmogoyf. I have a feeling he's going to pull some tricky move with that discard guy. Give him +4/+4. So the one thing I do like here is Linvala will keep him from being able to regenerate with this guy. Which is fine, and she should be bigger than anything else he can drop. He does have hasty guys though, so I think I want to wait until I can get a couple guys out to block. And yep, that'll do it. On to game 3. Maybe Thalia was good in there. Alright. Oh, I got a worship. I only have one creature though. I'm hoping I can draw more. Let's give it a go. Start off with a Stirring Wildwood. I mean, he does still have a decent amount of removal, but as long as I can keep some pressure on him, I think I'll be fine. Or not pressure, I'm sorry. As long as I can keep drawing guys, I'll be fine. He said no, so that signifies to me that he may have nothing but fetch lands in hand. So maybe it was bad play for him to go with the Stomping Ground. He does have a Prizing Canopy. So you can Bolt and Helix this guy if he wants to. That'll cost him a life to use that. So Experiment 1's coming at me for 3. I'll go 17. While Mikado being a 2/2, Card 8 being a 2/3. And since it seems like he's on the fetch plan, let's make it harder for him to fetch. I wonder if he's running Volcanic Fallout. It seems like it'd be good against fairies. I'm going to take the 7 because next turn I'm going to drop the warship. And he can't really do much about that. I don't think. He'll have to have removal. Probably think I'm crazy for swinging into him. This is a card I'm still kind of iffy on. Seems good here, good against burn. Now my life total will be stuck at 1 unless he can somehow get rid of my guys. It looks like he's trying to fetch still. Oh. Play Noble Hierarch. And then we'll just swing with the Save and Mind Sensor. He's paying to fetch again. He does hit a plains. That will make that Wild Mikado a little bit bigger. I'm going to sacrifice Horizon Canopy to draw a card. And then I'll bring another Noble Hierarch into the swing of things. And I got a Linvala. Well, let's start with Razor Verge. I'll tap 1. Oh, let's tap the Forest for another Noble Hierarch.